I'm out here taking your Oshis and I'm stacking them up high. Hello. Hi Petra, good to see you. Let me go ahead and get you first. I never remember where it is. I have way too many sources. There we go. Petra Finn. Bam. Hello, hello. Good to see ya. I hope all's well. We're here playing Hololive Treasure Mountain. Gonna be kind of a shorter stream today, like, 2 hours-ish. Because I have been exhausted this week, I tell you what. And we haven't played this in a while. I have missed it. So, good to get back into. This is a great game to play when you're just tired. We might as well just get right into it. I forget how to play. I think it's just, it's WASD in space. And my first little treasure thing is Korone. I think that's a good sign. Let me just move some stuff on my desk. There we go. Alright, we'll just plop that Korone down. Then we got Little Gua. I forgot how much of this game is like sensory overload. Double Cali right off the bat. Love that. Let me get another one. Get them two Korone together. Hell yeah! Oh! Let's freaking go. That's a big Bibu. Get these Korones together. Ooh. I would love rubber bouncy balls that look like everyone's heads in this game. I would love that too. I would adore that. Honestly, Hololive should sell merch that's just like, get your favorite Oshi's head as a bouncy ball. Oh, I'd eat that up. Nice. We got a Fubuki, Fox friend. Get that Korone on there now. Oh, nice. It's been a long time since I played this. I don't even remember the last time. Ina and Bibu talk for solo. They really do, yeah. They really, really do. 50 Mori Calliopes, can't blame you there. Yeah, I would definitely need some Mori Calliopes. I'd need some Inugami Korones. I'd like some little Guas too.
Hi, I'm Mori English myth.
In my head, I still call Gura George because when she first met Sakura Miko, it was when they were all playing Minecraft, and Miko went over to Gura, and in English, what she wanted to say was "your jaws," as in like the shark movie, because Gura's a shark, but her accent made it sound like she said George, so Gura was just like, "I'm George." And ever since then, Gura has been George to me. A singular GG Murin. Honestly, yeah, that might be all the chaotic energy one could handle, huh? I love Gigi. She's so goddamn funny. And she has such good chemistry with all the other members. And we got a Matsuri. Oh, those Calliope Moris are so close to touching, but they don't want to. Tsundere till the end. That Calliope Mori. She's kind of a social chameleon, fits in with just about everyone. It's true, it's true. She's running a charisma build, that Gigi Murin. She's really good at that, just meshing with anybody.
Hi, I'm Morikawa.
Which is crazy because she doesn't really like change her personality all too much. She just kind of I don't know, she's just that likable.
マリの前では全解放してくれてもよかったのに恥ずかしいの店長のこともしかしてよかった君のこと気持ちよくできて
I especially like it when her and Cece do stuff together, Cecilia and Green.
いいぞお揺れてる見てこれがミコちゃんこれが
Miko-chan.
これで OK
Alright, this is where it starts to get a little tricky. You gotta really think about your placements.
ようこそ八丈特急列車へ
Nya, 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 nya.
Bye bye I did not miss 安心した君最高だよ天才いるね
Oh, combine the Calliopes. Nowhere to really put this Ina, so we'll just put her by the Korone. That will eventually turn into another Ina. Like right now. Bam. And now we have another Calliope.
Hardworking Shinigami, all life meant
Girl's so fucking funny. Can you imagine how an ninja would be if she and Gerard streamed together? He seems like the Hollow Stars version of Gigi in terms of both being insane and that would be a crazy duo right there. Oh man, that might be too much chaotic energy for the Earth to handle. It would start a whole new age, the Grem age.
I did not miss
No, Miko! I didn't even notice her fall. Atsu. Yeah, I guess Atsu. He streamed from his bathtub, oh boy. I would be too afraid of like getting my electronics wet or something. Hell, I get worried just having my window open when it's raining out. Like, and it doesn't even come in my window, it's just what, like the moisture in the air. Excellent. Bye. Yeah, this is a game that really gets the echolalia going. It makes you just want to repeat everything you hear. To be honest, same, yeah, right? I don't want anything to get wet and get fried or anything, you know? That would suck. Calliope mo genki. Not to mention, I don't know, like, even though I'm a VTuber and I don't actually show my face, I would be too worried about, like, being in such a compromised position while I'm live, you know what I mean? Like, even though there's no way realistically anybody would see me, it's like, I wouldn't feel right. Even if I wasn't, like, actually using my model, even if I was just going the PNG route, you know? So it's like there wasn't even if there wasn't anything that was actually recording my movements or anything, it's like I would still feel so exposed. I'd be checking the stream on my phone like every 30 seconds, like, okay, nothing weird, right? No compromising positions, right? Swish! 3-pointer with the Guru. If I can get those Mikos to combine. I'm only pushing them farther apart. I'm driving a wedge between the Mikos. Taco time! Oh, damn it. That would have given me the Calliope Mori I needed. Calliope mo genki! I don't know how Calliope Mori does it, but she perfectly straddles the line between super cool and big old dork. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. She just happens to be both of those things, which you would think it'd be one or the other, but no, she knows how to be both. Divorced dad energy. That is so funny. I love that. I love that she's become like the dad of Hololive English. I really think that's funny. Especially when she's doing something with like Bibu or Kobo from Hololive Indonesia. Because them two really like playing the baby role. Oh, I thought that was a... But it's just funny seeing her interact with them because she just really takes on like the dad who doesn't know what the hell he's doing role. Like, how do I take care of these crazy kids? Calliope mo genki. Desu desu. Nice, nice, nice. Oh. The kind of divorced dad who loves his kids, does his best to take care of them, and it was an amicable divorce because of simple incompatibility. Yeah, right? Like a clean divorce, about as clean as those things can be, at least. Not that I would know. Fun fact, I am not divorced. Also not married either. Nice, nice! Swish. The Calliope Mori swish. But yeah, I could definitely see that. She does have that sort of energy. You know what? Calliope Mori would make a great father. I'll say it. It's funny too how she just kind of like accepted that as her role. Like, okay, I guess I'll just be everyone's father.
Hi, I'm Mori
Well, I know she likes being like... I guess for lack of better words, she does like to be like dominant over the other members. Like, I know she really likes being one of the taller members. And she's talked a lot, especially with Gura, she talks a lot about how... She's like, you ever just see like a short person and you just want to throw them? I remember she was saying that to Gura, and Gura was like, no. They're fighting and threatened divorce. I was like, when did we get married? That's a preemptive divorce. That's funny. It's a preemptive divorce. That's a good one. Yeah, hello. Okay, what if we put Ina there to make a Calliope right there, and then we combine these two. He did accidentally call me his wife instead of his girlfriend. Aw, that's cute. I guess it's better than accidentally saying something like mom or something. That would be mortifying, yeah. Yeah. Probably for both of you, I would imagine. Just kind of sit there like, did I just say that? Oh. That'd be one of those moments where it's like, let's say we just, we memory hole the last 60 seconds of this conversation we were having. What if we just both collectively forgot? For both of us, yeah, exactly. Hell, maybe not even for just you two. I'd be sitting here and I'd be like, ooh, I just felt a disturbance in the force. Yeah. Be like, I don't know what happened, but someone somewhere just mislabeled their girlfriend, and they said mom. Oh my god, it's getting crazy. Calliope mo Genki, we got a Kyla. Let's go. Let's see if we can get a Watame. I love the face they gave Watame. You can't see her because the Dort loaf's in the way. Let me see if I can just move that for a second. Look at that little face. So smug. She's got those squished oval eyes with the little three mouth and one of her sheep tooth there. Oh, that's so cute. There we go. I like to position it so that the so that your signature is visible. Smug sheep love. I know. I love Watame. She's great. Oh well, I like people to know who does my awesome little art pieces that I've got. You know. Let's see if I put her a little higher though. There we go. I definitely want you to have credit for it. It's very sweet of you to draw those things for me that you've drawn. I really do like the Ouroboros one that you did of us. I love that one. I think that's so cute.
Kirigami, hardworking Kirigami, Hololive Myth, first generation of Hololive English.
Whoa.
Nice to read you.
Nya, nya, nya. Nya, nya, nya. Miko-tan. No, you're supposed to fall the other way, Calliope Mori.
Kirigami, Hololive Myth, first generation of Hololive English. Nice to read you.
なんか、うわ、主人公してなんて船長も。お付き合いをしませんか。
You got any Kone? Honestly, let's go. When I see that no one I've drawn a bean for has erased the little label and arrow by their head. I like it. The little Dorgon. I like it. I think it's cute. Like, that's right. That's me. Nordic says dummy. That's cute. Can't blame him for keeping it. That's a title to wear with prestige. Nya, 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 nya.
このライブ家の目の前にうっかり消えてしまったので、でも本当に今罪悪感に満ちてるんだけど、無理やり一人やったんで。
You're hardworking Shinigami.
Oh, Hachimas. I went a little too high on that one. That was my mistake. Here we go. Oh, I should have got that other one. Oh, damn it. I don't think I had enough in these games to pull off like epic moves. Let's see. What? Sugoi.
これカリオペホルライブイングリッシュの頑張ってる死神ですです。破滅は国王ですです。
Miko, no! You have so much to live for. I know what he told me to write, and that's not TOS friendly. Oh gosh. Oh god, I can only imagine what he asked you to write. Ahead enough. Yeah, pun totally intended. I swear I'm just that funny on the fly. That's a good one. Ahead enough. Oh, we got a Watame! Yay! Watame acquired. A big old sheep. Nice. Nice. See, that first round was a mulligan. That was a mulligan. This is the opposite of a mulligan. This is a... Nagalum. I'm trying to say mulligan backwards. Nagalum. Yeah, bye.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope.
Koseki Biju Dayo. Man, honestly, I forget that Bibu's name is actually Biju. Biju? I think it's supposed to be like a parody of the game Bejeweled. I'm pretty sure that's what her name's a reference to, but I'm so used to just calling her Bibu that I forget that she actually has that she has a real name. Biju.
こんにちは。こんにちは。どうも。みんな。気持ちよくなった。やばい。やばい、マリンの。時が。
It's a French word for jewelry. Oh, is it? Okay, okay. I didn't know that. That makes a lot of sense. I like that their names like have meanings. You know what I mean? Like how Korone's name comes from the fact that with her hair and her little sweater, her yellow sweater that she wears, she kind of looks like a chocolate cornet. Not to mention in her lore, she works in a bakery. I think that's really cute. I never had a chocolate cornet, but I really should, since one of my Oshis is named after them. Hey, what's up, Brian? Good to see you, dude. How are you today? We're just stacking some Chuubas. Yeah, this is such a cozy game. I mean, I'm literally playing it one-handed and not for any nefarious reason. My other hand is just resting on my knee. Your name means rock! I like that a lot. I mean, it makes sense, right? Hey, what's up, Dutch? You're giving me that side-eye. I always feel weird saying, yeah, I'm playing this game one-handed, because it's like, well, not the reason that some people play games one-handed. Balls. That's right, we're stacking these VTuber balls. And I'm doing good, Ryan. You know, just chilling, nice cozy day. Felt like playing a cozy game like this. Oh man, I am tired today though, but I don't know, when aren't I tired, frankly? That's just my personality type, tired. Yeah, I hope you're all having a nice, comfortable Thursday. Taking care of yourselves and hydrating and all that stuff. Eternally Eepy, that's me. That's me. You know, that's the thing with dragons, is that they're elementals, right? You have fire ones, ice ones. My elemental is exhaustion. I don't have fire or ice breath. I have sleep breath. I go whoosh at you, and it makes you feel a little tuckered out. Makes you feel like you might want to go lie down and rest for a little. If you were playing this game one-handed in the bad way, it has some serious... Honestly, that's a good point, yeah. Like, so what exactly about stacking women's disembodied heads excites you in that way? That's a good point, actually, yeah. No, I'm playing it one-handed in the sense that it only requires WASD and spacebar. I swear. There's nothing sexual about this even remotely except it's women, I guess. Yeah. And hey, I'm not that down bad. In fact, I would argue that I'm relatively up good. That's right, I'm a good boy. Oh my god, that Hachima is in such a precarious spot. No! We were so close to beating the high score. It was my high score, but still. Can I get some of that magic sleep breath then, so I can at least nap? Yeah, I got you, I got you. I'll fly over like a Skyrim dragon and just go... And you'll just be hit with the sleep, and you'll just be like, ooh, man, Mr. Sandman gave me a dream. Sleep powder is OPs, to be frank. Honestly, yeah. I need to embrace the sleep mechanics in like Elden Ring. I don't ever use it. But putting your enemy to sleep is helpful. Very much down bad during your Infinity Nikki stream. Well, at least with that game, it at least, like, I guess that would be a game that makes more sense to play, quote-unquote, one-handed than this one. Up good, exactly. I am an up good boy. It's like gooning, lewd stuff. No thanks. How about we watch some television? How about we take a walk through nature? They gave me 2 hot dragon men, one of whom is in a crop top. Oh no. They knew what they were doing. They're like, we're putting this in there for Petra Finn specifically. At least that would make sense, yeah. Understandable. At least that's like a normal thing to be down bad for. If the whole pile of disembodied heads, that would be a little different. Desu desu. Na na na. 2 hot dragon men and 1 was in a crop top. Man, that's really the old 1-2 punch there, isn't it? Love and Deep Space, so we could expect important male NPCs to be hot. I like that. Like there's a way in like games and stuff where you could tell which characters are important, you know? And I like how in that game you could tell who's important just because it's like, wow, very attractive. But at least Nikki is intentionally sexual. Yeah, that's understandable. Hey, what's up, Daisuke? How you doing, dude?
Nice to read you.
Yep, we're playing this game. We're taking all the Chuubas, the Oshis, and we're stacking them up. And they all have a lot to say every time I do something. How about you repent and read your Bible, you disgusting degenerate? This game took over your life for a bit. I can understand why. It's addicting. It really, really is addicting. It's actually not. They censor so bad. If you try to upskirt her, she just disappears. Which makes them taking low-angle photos and possibly... Oh yeah, because I get Infinity Nikki and Nikke confused myself. That happens to me a lot. I did play Nikke with an E at the end for like a day. And it's like, I thought it was fun, but I guess I just kind of got bored of it kind of quick. It's not my kind of game. I'm not really... Like, I don't really play anything like gacha related, personally. Nikki is dress-up gacha, Nikke is waifu gacha. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Waifu gun gacha. I do understand the appeal of gacha stuff, though. Like, I like gacha mechanics. I just don't really play any of the games. Oh, that was a good one. Whoosh, whoosh. And then we combine the Calliope. I wouldn't know, I only know Nikke because it was advertised on YouTube a shit ton. It really was. It really, really was. I remember there was a time where you just saw Nikke everywhere. Like I said, I mean, like, I thought it was fun, but... I don't know. I guess just not my sort of game. That's okay, not everything needs to cater to me. There we go, there we go. Then we throw a little Ina, the other Ina in the hole. Hachima. I'm really excited because Hachima's coming back soon. And I think she's gonna have a new outfit to show off. I missed her a lot. It'll be good to have her back. She's a really entertaining person. I remember for a time, like, if you wanted a English-speaking HoloLive streamer, like Hachima and Coco were like your closest bet. And then HoloLive Indonesia came out, and the original 3 members, Muna, Iofi, and Rizu, they all speak English fluently. It was just interesting that there was a time where there wasn't like an official English branch of HoloLive, it was just like a handful of their streamers so happened to speak English. Everyone I talk to gets the 2 confused because they're a letter off. It's true. It's true. They're both gachas that start with Nikk. the Nikki series is my girly girl guilty pleasure gacha series. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, even as a guy, I like the idea of like looking fresh and stylish. I don't really play anything dress-up related, but I do like customizing characters. Like when I play Cyberpunk 2077, I actually do like swap out my character's clothes every single day, just because I think it's fun putting those outfits together. I have a few gacha. I play Arknights, Uma Musume, Mahjong Soul, and I started trying out Girls Frontline Blue Archive. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I understand why those games are really popular. I'm definitely not knocking them. And you know what? I'm sure if I actually gave any of those games like a good solid shot, I'd probably get hooked on them too. Your first semester of college. Yeah, I was... That was like, what, 2020, 2021? Something like that? Yeah, those are good times. I remember being super excited. I'm like, wait, there's gonna be actual English-speaking HoloLive VTubers? Like, dedicated English speakers? Like, I don't mind watching, like, you know, the ones that speak Japanese or whatever. Doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I watch Inugami Korone, and she doesn't really know a ton of English. But I don't mind it. Honestly, there's something kind of comfortable about watching a streamer that's speaking a language that you don't fully understand. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's enough to get that part, like, you know that part of your brain that just feels good when you feel like there's other people around? You know, like that part of your brain that gets tickled when you watch a streamer and it kind of makes you feel like there's someone else there, like you have company. It still activates that part of your brain, but because they're speaking in words that you don't understand, it's like your brain also doesn't have to really listen all that much, so it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of cozy the way that it makes you feel like you have company, but you don't actually have to actively listen or, like, understand what's being said, you know? If that makes sense. That one Dragon Ball gacha. Yeah, there's a couple of those I've actually wanted to try. I have to figure out how to get them to run on my PC. I don't really like playing games on my phone, personally. I don't know, it's not very comfortable. And I always get, like, a neck ache. I get the virgin neck from staring down at my phone for so long. I only call it virgin neck because I'm not sure what else to call it. I guess gamer neck would work, too. Ua is having a Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab soon. Really? Oh, man, I really liked Edgerunners. I really, really like that one a lot. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Thanks for letting me know, Ryan. Fall 2020, right. I do remember, because that was like it was like a few months after I started watching VTubers in general. And I remember, like, there was a few months of just watching the JP ones, and I would just, you know, have the mama play games. I'm like, wait, there's actually English-speaking ones coming out? That was huge to me back then, man. You know, I can't believe I've been watching VTubers so long that, like, I'm nostalgic for them. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to think about, like, being nostalgic for, like, HoloLive and stuff, when it feels like it's only been, like, you know, it's like, what? No, that's still, like, a relatively new thing of my life, and it's like, no, you've been watching VTubers for 6 years now. It's like, oh, that's better half of a decade. Hey, thanks for the watch streak, Dutch. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the continued support. Let me see, catch up on chat here a little bit. I understand gacha, but also don't. Like, I get it appeals to the collector consumer. Oops. Almost knocked over my phone. I don't get it because it seems like a never-ending grind for nothing. I like games that have a real progression, have an ending. No, I mean, like, I understand that. I could understand that. You know, I get that. You know, like, because I like to feel like progression too, but there are also games that I do like to just grind infinitely, like, For Honor is a good example. I used to play For Honor, like, PvP online, but I consider myself retired because I'm so sick of For Honor players, so I just play against bots, and now it's just me grinding just to unlock, like, different executions or stuff like that. So it's like, I kind of like both. It depends how I feel that day. Like, sometimes I like a game where it's like, no, I want to feel like genuine progress. But then there's other days where it's like, you know what? I kind of just feel like sitting here and grinding something for a few hours. Mainly played Uma and Mahjong, kinda took a break from Arknights. That's understandable. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. Even when it comes to games. Expensive plastic that sits on a shelf, can't do that anymore. Too much other stuff to spend money on, not enough space in the house. Yeah, I do really like collectible figurines, but they really are expensive, man. And it's like, that's something I could spend on something I'd actually use, like a video game or something. But I do still understand the appeal of them. I really do like collectible figurines, but they really are expensive. And they take up a lot of space once you get enough. If they taught you Japanese, fair enough. It would be nice to learn Japanese. I was learning it for a bit, but then I stopped, and it's been a couple of years now. I should pick it back up. That'd be a nice little, like, hobby for me. It would be cool to be able to watch Korone and actually, like, understand what she's saying. Even though, I mean, like, I could usually pick up on context clues. And I know a couple of, like, words, like, you know, like the remedial Japanese. Not enough to actually speak it myself, though. Specifically is that it's a dress-up game with intricate pieces to slap on your dress-up doll, so it's not like the waifu collecting types. Only other one I play is Devil May Cry on, and that's because I wanted more DMC in your life. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I really should give Devil May Cry a try. I never played those games. One of my IRL friends did, and he really liked them a lot. I should give those a try. Shrimp posture, yeah. Definitely. I'm a victim of that. Why does it sound like you listen to your partner yapping about something they're passionate about while you know nothing about it, but you like listening to them? You know what? That's actually a good way to put it, yeah. You know, it's like, you know, you're listening to someone talk, and it's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, I don't get it, but I like listening to you speak. So, I mean, that's actually a really good way to describe it. Oh, you did! How about that? Pineapple acquired. That's funny. I didn't know that they actually had, like, a pineapple that you could catch. Wow, pineapple, what you doing in my pond? The Duchess does that with me. I can yap about my interests forever. See, that's sweet. I appreciate people that can, you know, just listen to someone talk about something that they're passionate about, even if it's not something that they, like, know much about or care much about. That's a very big green flag, in my opinion. Very big green flag. That's the good stuff right there. How do you win in this? Well, you eventually do lose, so it's more just about getting the high score. You know, how high you can get your score before one of them falls in the water. It's like that, what was it called? The Suka game? Where you're stacking fruit, except this is in a three-dimensional space, you know? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. There it goes. Damn it. I got a little too overzealous. Want to learn Japanese with me? Oh, interesting. Maybe. Maybe. We could think about that. That would be nice to learn Japanese. I would like to go there someday, so it would be nice to know a lot of, you know, just be able to communicate. I would want to be a respectful tourist. We could try to learn Japanese as a collab. Yeah, we could do something like that, maybe. Oh, maybe I have to think about something. I think that's a good idea.
First generation of Hololive English.
Have me be your backseat bonking mod if you ever stream DMC. People rag on Soulsborne fans for backseating, but good god, DMC fans are illiterate and backseaty as hell. Yeah, that is an unfortunate thing. There are just some series out there where it's just... backseating is just a real issue. I know, like, it could be like that with Fallout 2. Especially the original 2 Fallouts. I remember watching a streamer try Fallout 1 and she had to just stop streaming it because people were just backseating her too much. It's like, man, that sucks. You know, let these people have their first playthrough like you did, you know? I would appreciate that, though. I would absolutely appreciate your bonking. I would trust you.
そうですね。ちょっとどうしようと思って。
I keep trying to get Wookie to ramble about things he's passionate about, but he notices he's ranting and clams up. Honestly, I'm kind of the same way. I always feel too bad if I talk too much about something. It can be difficult for me to open up like that. I do my best, though. If I know someone, like, genuinely cares, it's easier. Oh, he caught a soda can. That reminds me of, Sora from Hololive JP. How her nickname is Soda Can because Sora-chan kind of sounds like Soda Can. Soda-chan. Soda-chan, Soda Can. Well, we'll just say that that's a Hololive themed catch right there. Although Sora-chan should be worth a lot more than 1 gold. I also need to get back on Japanese learning grind. Yeah, honestly, it's a fun language to learn. Like, I never really had much interest in learning other languages, but Japanese is just, I don't know, it's fun. Like, I took a German class when I was in high school, and I don't know, like, even though I am predominantly German, it still was just kind of like, I'm just not passionate about learning this. Like, German is a fun language, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just wasn't very passionate about it. But that also could be I was just kind of a teenager that just thought school sucked in general. Had no backseat in the classroom everywhere, and I just kept getting people coming in telling me what to do. See, that sucks. I like to be helpful if it's a game that I'm well familiar. Like New Vegas, for example. I like to be helpful if a streamer's playing it for the first time, but it's also like I don't want to like ruin their first experience. You know what I mean? You know, I want them to enjoy a game that I really like in the same way that I got to. Doing some things the hard way on purpose, I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you at all. Just to piss them off a little bit. I completely get that. Japanese and bass are on my list for streams. Oh, you're going to learn how to play bass? That's pretty cool. I think bass is a cool instrument. It's sometimes hard to learn if you have no one to talk to. I can also confirm even just knowing a little Japanese is extremely appreciated in Japan. I knew enough to ask directions. Yeah, see, like, that's, like, I don't know if I'll ever be fluent in it, but it's like, I'd like to at least be able to, like, you know, just, like, out of respect for their country and their culture. It's like, I want to learn at least to communicate with them. You know, not have to bust out Google Translate on my phone every time I need to ask someone a question or something, you know? Doppelganger fight in Devil May Cry 3. I did it the hard way because someone was condescending me about how to do the fight in YouTube chat. See, that sucks. It's like, it's one thing if you like outright said like, okay guys, how do I do this? And then they gave you help. But like, it's a whole different thing if it's like you're not even asking and they're just like, no, do it this way. You're not doing it right. Do it the way I'm telling you to do it. It's like, how about you go play the game yourself if you want it done the way you want? Honestly, if you're so, like, dead set on doing things your way, go play the game yourself. Why are you watching someone else play it? I wish I could have taken any language in high school except Spanish. We didn't have any options. Yeah, for me it was just German and Spanish. And it's just like, I'm just not really that interested in learning either of those languages, frankly. Like, nothing against them or anything, it's just, I don't know. I'm honestly surprised we had German. I remember hearing about that. I'm like, why do we have a German class? I did like speaking German, though. It was fun. I think it's a fun language to speak. It's also very similar to English in a lot of ways, so it wasn't that hard to learn either. Japanese to make friends in Japan, and I feel like a R slur over there. I should learn Spanish for the Duchess. Only so many hours in the day, unfortunately. Hey, yeah. Oh man, hey, believe you me, if it was like the cyberpunk world and I could just like take like a language learning drive and just plant it into my head and just download information on a new language, I would know every language out there. I'd be speaking whatever anybody else needed. But unfortunately, learning a language is just such a huge commitment. You know what I mean? Like, you think about learning, like, your native language, like me learning English, or, like, well, all of us learning English, since I think we're all predominantly English speakers here. But, you know, it's like you learn that language over the course of your whole life. Like, majority of it in your childhood, obviously, but it's like, I feel like language skills are something that just develop throughout your whole entire life. So it's like trying to cram something that can take a whole lifetime, well, maybe not a whole lifetime, but you know what I mean, something that takes a good chunk of your lifetime to learn is a little tricky. Especially because it's like, you know, with like when I was a baby learning to speak English, it's like I was around English speakers, like my parents, my other family members. It's like everyone around me was speaking English, so I could just kind of learn from them, you know? I always play off meta because it's fun. Yeah, I like to do that too. Like with games like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, it's like, sure, there's like a specific way that you could play the game that makes it super easy if you lean into the meta, but personally, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just fun to try something that's not like the wildly accepted way to play the game, you know, just kind of make your own path, even if it's a little trickier and not as like straightforward as going meta would be. It's fun to just do your own thing, you know?
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, first generation of Hololive English.
Bass is best string instrument. I own a bass. It's a pretty cool one. It's red. I don't know how to play it though. Maybe I'll have to learn how to play bass myself. Learn how to play the Seinfeld thing. Asking for help that early boss in DNC while taking a bathroom break to crying from frustration. Oh, Petra. Oh. I've been there, though. I've been there with some bosses in games. Most recent was the one at the end of the Elden Ring DLC. I liked the Elden Ring DLC. But that final fight, I'm never doing again. Ever. As long as I live, I'm not doing that fight again. There ain't no way. The rest of the DLC I'll probably end up playing through at least one more time, you know, in future characters, but that final fight, hell no. As far as I'm concerned, that DLC ends right before that final fight. That's when I go back home to Limgrave. Fuck that. DMC2 is not as bad as DMC3, it's not that good. You may now crucify me. I'm crucifying you. Ryan. Ryan just swooping in with the crucifixion. Reminds me of Fallout New Vegas. Degenerates like you belong on a cross. I think that's good advice though, Petra, yeah. Because there's games that I've heard people, oh, you don't want to play that game sucks, and then I play it, and I'm like, what were they talking about? I love that. That was a ton of fun. So it's like, when it comes to like hearing other people's opinions and reviews on stuff, it's like, it could be useful, but at the same time, you're not going to know for sure if it's good or bad to you until you actually try it. So you might as well give yourself the chance to actually try it. You know what I mean? Why does that Kai Hato keep saying hentai? The issue with that is in Cyberpunk you don't need to learn other languages. That's true! I forgot about that. That is true. Basically you have subtitles for every interaction so you don't need to learn other languages. That's actually... I completely forgot about that. Man, where do I get a chip like that in real life? That would be so great if I just never had to worry about that again. Oh man, I'm running out of places. Like, I could just get subtitles, like, in my eyes. That'd be sick. That is true though, Dutch. I forgot all about that. A rare Big Mama Pickle. I still don't understand the lore between Big Mama Pickle, but I hope Big Mama Pickle I just hope she's happy. Nice. Good Mori Calliope placement. Nice. I don't think this one's gonna last much longer, though. I'm gonna be so for real. Oh, yep. See how for real I was? I have a story to say, but BRB food. Yeah, no problem, Daisuke. You can tell it when you get back. Well, at least I broke into my top 3 this stream with the Watame. I'm never beating my high score, though. I'm never beating 6,637. I'm never beating that. I accept that. Weekly, oh my god, dude. Someone got 115,598? Oh my god, dude. How are people so good at this game? Schward, the DMC series is on my list of games to play, although my backlog... Yeah, my backlog is enormous, too. And it doesn't help that I tend to like to replay a lot of my favorite games a lot, like Fallout New Vegas. I'm gonna replay that game until the day I die. So that definitely doesn't help, but I do have myself quite a long catalog of games to play. DMC has cute tan redhead. Ooh, speaking my language. And she's playable. She's the only female character playable from the start as part of the main story of the game. Interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, aside from Dante and Virgil, I don't really know any of the other characters, truth be told. Lucia, is that her name? I made her in Tomodachi Life cute. That's a game I'm thinking about getting myself. Tomodachi Life. I think that'd be fun to just have to play around with when I'm just in a cozy mood. Sorry, I got some indigestion going on. You can beat that really easily, you know what, Ryan? You're right. Let's do it right now. Thank you, Ryan. Word of warning for DMC1 specifically. Playing easy mode locks you in easy forever if you play New Game Plus Level Save. Interesting. I don't usually play games on easy. In fact, I can't really think of any that I do play on easy. I usually just go normal. I went through a phase in my early 20s where it's like, no, I have to play every game on the hardest difficulty, no matter how miserable it makes me, but... And then I started to realize, you know what? Kinda don't like being miserable, so then I'm like, you know what? Playing on normal is just fine for me. I could still feel like a big gamer man. I made Sable from DVD. From Wookiees Need a Date, and she fell in love with Trish from DMC. No! No, the forlorn love story. Man, everybody's just got like their own like rom-com going on their Tomodachi Life Islands. I remember Tentacat was saying that because, you know, she made like a lot of her friends in hers. And I think she said something about how Me was like approached by a couple of different people, and he just kept rejecting all of them until, I think it was Ryan actually. Speaking of Ryan, I think it's our Mies that wound up romantically involved. So apparently Tomodachi Life Dort is he's Mr. Hard to Get. And then Wook Me, I like that name, Wook Me. Stole her woman. Trying to beat Dominic Crown hard so I can unlock difficulty select for New Game Plus. Oh, okay, so that's good. So if you beat on the hardest difficulty, then you unlock the ability to play every subsequent New Game Plus on whatever difficulty. That's an interesting mechanic. Honestly, pretty smart, too. Bag of food, about what you said earlier. It reminded me about when I streamed a game called Ender Lilies. I know that one. Some chatter was telling me that summons were OP and told me I'll have a harder time fighting the final boss. Not even 3 minutes later, I destroyed the final boss how I wanted. Chatter didn't say anything after that. That's so funny, man. You know, it's like I said, it's like I can understand, I can understand like wanting to help and give pointers, but it's also like, I don't know, part of the fun of playing a game for the first time is figuring that stuff out for yourself, you know? And I would like, especially for a game I really like, I wouldn't want to rob anybody of that. That is really funny though. Good on you for that, Daisuke. Yeah, see, Ryan knows. My me married Nordics before either of my parents even developed crushes on one another. That's funny. That's really funny. It's interesting that you can't have like have them as preset to being in a relationship, like with The Sims, you know, like when you're creating a family on The Sims, you're able to say like, okay, these two Sims are married. Like I know that you could like make, like in Tomodachi Life, I know you can make various like you can make. Wow, what is going on with my words? You can establish like two me's or siblings, you know what I mean? Like I know you can do that. But I guess not for like the romantic side of things. Normal sends you to hard, that unlocks difficulty, and then this continues at every higher difficulty until you unlock Dante Must Die, the hardest difficulty. Oh goddamn. Are you gonna play on Dante Must Die mode? You gonna give that a try? Cause I'll be honest with you, I usually steer clear of those difficulties. It nudges them toward if you say they're together. Okay, that makes sense. So it doesn't start them off as well. That makes sense. That's cool because then you could still have like the little journey of them, like, you know, falling for each other and all that romantic stuff. That makes sense. LMAO, no, I don't blame you at all. Like that's the kind of thing where it's like, you know what? I'm content just watching somebody else do that on Twitch or on YouTube or something. You know, I'll go watch a Let's Play. You know, it's just, like, for me, that's the same as, like, the idea of doing, like, a level 1 playthrough on Dark Souls where you never level up. It's like, I will never try that, but I'll watch other people do it. Because the concept of it is interesting to me, but I have no interest in trying that myself. There ain't no gosh darn way. Bam. I don't know why I just made a Shy Guy noise. Yeah, they were constantly telling me to use the bird, and I was like, nah. Daisuke over here with the birdless completion. That is the way to do it, though. Even if someone's really backseating a ton, you're better off just doing it however you see fit. I mean, hey, if you need to adjust something down the line, you adjust something down the line. If not, well, you did it your own way, and that's something to be proud of. That's why, like, to be honest, when I play, like, Dark Souls or Elden Ring, I don't really go in thinking of a specific build I want to play as. Like, the build just kind of develops over time depending on what I find and what I think is cool, you know what I mean? And it usually ends up being a pretty alright build regardless. Like, I don't think I've ever made a build in Dark Souls that just didn't work. It would be cool to do specific builds. Like, I'd like to do a bleed-focused build in Elden Ring, because I'm gonna be honest with you, that sound it makes when you inflict blood loss on an enemy, that whoosh of the blood gushing out, is a very satisfying noise. I could listen to that all day. Not a psychopath, by the way. Nilo Angelo on hard is beating my ass. I'm probably going to restart my hard run and try to tackle it a bit smarter. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Come back smarter. Hey, I think you could pull it off. You're quite the gamer, I would say. I believe in you. DMC5 is probably the only one I try the hardest difficulty on. That's because I farm the daily log and revive item, plus the ones you get for sharing your play data. Ah, okay, so you're well equipped in DMC5. Makes sense. Makes sense. If you got the tools for it, there ain't nothing against it. There ain't nothing wrong with that. If you do try it, I'd be interested to hear how it goes. 50 plus gold orbs. Damn. Damn, that's one rich dinosaur right there. Good on you, though. Like, with Elder Scrolls Online, I really did just try to, like, at least launch the game, like, once a week, but it's been probably about a year now. I do think about getting back into it, but it's like, I've probably been kicked out of all my guilds. But I can always just join new ones. I mean, I don't really use guilds for anything other than just having a guild store to sell my items to other players. Which usually just amounts to me selling entire stacks of crafting material. Because I'm a loot goblin that can't walk through an area without picking up everything that I can pick up. It's a disease, an affliction. I even used the hammer, which was slow at attack speed, but it worked well for me. Fair enough. I mean, slow attack speed, but I imagine it's probably got good damage output. And I mean, if you can make that work, if you're landing your hits, then fair enough, you know? I guess that's what it really comes down to when you're using a slow weapon, but packs a punch. It's like, you just gotta make sure your attacks are landing and landing proper. Just like with using like a sniper rifle in a shooting game, it's like super powerful but slow weapon, but it's like if you're hitting your shots, doesn't matter how slow it shoots, you know what I mean? Oh, god damn it! Kyla got launched! Kyla... Mind you, Nilo Angelo has 3 fights. I'm stuck on fight 1. Oh, gosh. Oh, Petra. Well, hey, I bet next time you'll get him. I bet you'll get him next time. Show him, bring the thunder. Show him who's boss. It's Petra Finn. He's gonna be Petra Finished the next time you take him on, I bet. Which is mission 4 out of 23. Oh gosh, you really do got your work cut out for you then, huh? Well, at least it's a game you enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, even the most frustrating difficulty can still be enjoyable if it's a game you like. Hence why I actually finished the Elden Ring DLC like I was talking about earlier. If I didn't enjoy the game, I would have said, you know what? I think I could think of like a lot of better ways to spend my time than this. Nice, nice, nice. We got a Bibu. I land those and I say bonk every time. Yeah, I get that. Hitting something with a hammer in a game, it's hard not to audibly say bonk out loud. Especially if it makes a satisfying noise. Like, I remember, back when Left 4 Dead 2 was kind of new, back when I was in, like, high school, I remember my one friend, he would always take the frying pan as his sidearm weapon, for no other reason than he just really liked the noise it made, that pa-ting! Which is funny because I'm pretty sure the frying pan is pretty low-tier weapon compared to the other melees, like the fire axe or the baseball bat, but the pan makes a really fun noise, so that boosts it up a little. At least I get to listen to Ultraviolet a lot while I fight him. Yeah, that helps too. That helps a lot too. If the boss fight theme is actually really catchy, then it's like, you know what? I don't mind hearing this over and over. That's another thing with Dark Souls and Elden Ring. At least they always have super banger tracks. Like, oh man, like, the Gaping Dragon theme from Dark Souls 1, or Ornstein and Smug's theme from Dark Souls 1. I can listen to those just, like, as part of my regular playlist.
Nice to read you.
In fact, I do. Oh, the Calliope Mori's buried. Can we reach her? No. Darn it. There we go. Let's go. We got a 6 chain. Gonna make Nordic do it for me if I get too mad. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with that at all. Man, I remember back with Bomberman Hero on Nintendo 64, I wasn't able to complete that game, so I had to get one of my older cousins to do it. And then I remember playing through the game as an adult, like in my early 20s, and I remember completing the entirety of Bomberman Hero in one day. And I'm like, this took me like months when I was a little kid. Did I just have a low attention span, or did I just I mean, I definitely sucked at games when I was like 5, but you know what I mean. That's the crazy thing about playing older games. They always felt so much longer when you were little, but that's probably just because it took you longer to beat it, because, you know, little kids aren't good at video games. You could have used the word petrified. Yeah. He's gonna be petrified when you finish him off for good. Boom. Bazinga. You should actually go listen to it. It's one of the best songs in DMC1. Interesting. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind then. Yeah, I'll take note of that. Ultraviolet. Yeah, the DMC songs I've heard, quite the collection of bangers, if I do say so myself. I also laugh at the main battle theme being called Pubic Enemy. What? Was that a typo, or does that actually pertain to something? Huh. Interesting. LMFAO, yeah. That's actually the name of it. Okay. Huh. I wonder what they were thinking when they named it that. Pubic Enemy. I mean, like, that sounds like... Oh, God. That sounds like a boss battle theme if you're fighting, like, giant, like, crabs. And I'm not talking about the crabs you find at the beach. Giant enemy crabs. Wow, that's an old meme. There's also songs called Blue Orgasm and I'm Coming. Okay, so they know what they're doing, I see. Blue Orgasm? I don't know about that, man. You might want to go see a doctor if that's the color of it. Oh, now that's reminding me of Blue Waffle. Ugh. Those are back-to-back in the track listing. They know what they were doing. I see. Hey, I get the cut of your jib, Devil May Cry. I get you. Oh, the girls aren't touching. More like Gurins. Oh god. I still have my DMC1 for your PS2. Ooh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I've still got... I still have all my, like, old PS2 games and stuff. I have a couple of them on a shelf right behind me. I'm not sure how well they all work, and... Well, if I'm being honest, if I'm playing a PS2 game in the modern day, I'm not playing it on original hardware. But, it's still nice to have them. I have my Game Boy Color somewhere, too, although I think it's dead. It doesn't start, even with new batteries. It was a nice one, too. It was one of those ones that's like... See, it's like... Oh, what the fuck? What happened there? Nico! Man. But, yeah, it was like a see-through plastic that's, like, tinted purple. Very cool, very cool. I spent a lot of time in my Game Boy Color back in the day. I should, like, maybe, like, make a list of, like, some of the old Game Boy games I played when I was a kid. Maybe I should, like, do a stream where it's just, like playing, like, a dozen Game Boy games in one stream. 2 typos in the soundtrack. The theme of should be Sparta, and Legendary Battle version 2. Legendary. Oh, legendary. Legendary. Hey, you know what? Sometimes typos can add character. You know what I'm saying?
いいね、カリオペも元気。
こんなに可愛いなんて
Calliope mo genki.
よかったみんなこと気持ちよくできて気持ちよくなっちゃった
Ninamai inani
そんな恥ずかしいよよかった君のこと気持ちよくできてこんなに可愛いなんて奇跡ですよケンちゃんも大好きですよ
And instead of vacuum, it's evil vaxum. I love that. I don't know how to explain it, but I get this like weird sense of like joy when I find a typo in something like that. Like I remember in one of my social studies textbooks back when I was a kid, there was a typo where they were explaining how Native Americans would construct teepees, and they wanted to use the word tying, but they typed trying. And I remember the whole class was like, yo, there's a typo in the textbook? Oh, simpler times. Yeah. Yeah, trying the rope together or something it said. And like, cause like it was, you know, the teacher had us like taking turns reading out loud. And they were like, wait a minute. What do they mean trying it together? That's a typo! Even the teacher was like, whoa, that never happens. Typo in the textbook. How am I gonna take this class seriously? Got me doing the Goku giggle. Oseki Bibu. Elito Miko. It's unlikely to happen, but it happens. Yeah, right? That's probably why it sparks so much joy in me to find a typo, because it's just such a rare occurrence, especially these days, but sometimes something like that just slips through the cracks, so what are you gonna do? Oh god, I think I told you, some of you probably heard me talk about one of my most devastating typos that happened just last year around Christmas time. In fact, it might have been on Christmas Day, or like Christmas evening, whatever. I was talking to one of my friends on, you know, we were just messaging on Discord about like what we did for Christmas, you know? And she told me that her and her family made some duck for Christmas. And she was telling me about it, and I told her, what I wanted to say was, man, now I really got a taste for some duck, but I put an I instead of the U, and it came out. Now I really got a taste for some dick. And and she was like, was that message meant for somebody else? And I'm like, huh? And then I went back and read. I'm like, wait, no. And man, she started sending me like the rainbow flag with the question mark emoji. I'm like, no. Oh man. The rainbow flag with the question mark emoji, that really like that killed me. Oh man. I was just hungry for some duck. And another real, anytime I type 1 sec, as in like 1 second, I always make sure I type C, because there was one time there was a VTuber I watched who had like an open Minecraft server for her viewers, and I was playing on there with like maybe a dozen other people, including her, and you know, I was just kind of doing my own thing, and then someone typed in the chat like, hey Dirt, come here, and I typed, okay, 1 sex. And the whole text chat just was lol, lomao. And someone was like, really, Dirt? Just 1 unit of sex? And what's funny is that the VTuber that was hosting it and streaming it didn't see it. She's like, wait, why is everybody laughing at Dirt? I'm like, no reason. Yeah, just 1 sex, just 1 unit. God damn it. I somehow managed to type grilled cheese instead of pancake. What? How does that happen? That's crazy. What, was it just like kind of like a Freudian slip moment? Maybe you had grilled cheese on the brain? I've done stuff like that. Like I type a word completely wrong because I was thinking of something else while I was typing. I had a textbook that was pre-used in the class, and someone drew a whole beard in Adventure Gears on one of the people in the textbook. You know, hey man, I get it. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this will incriminate me. Maybe I'm gonna be put in Rikers Island for this, but I doodled in my textbooks too when I was a kid. There, I said it. Feels good to finally own up to it. Nothing ever bad though. Poorly drawn dicks. Yeah, see, I got some of that too in my textbooks. I wasn't drawing any penors. I don't know. I don't really remember what I drew. I probably just drew like mustaches and stuff on the people that were photographed. Lamau.
Nice to read you.
Literally never got to touch a brand new textbook until college. Yeah, in fact, I remember one time in my freshman algebra class, the textbook I got, like the cover was literally like 3/4 of the way pulled off from the book. And then, you know, by the time it went to turn it back in, the front cover had completely come off, and my teacher was like, wait, this book is damaged, you're gonna have to pay for that. I'm like, no, I'm not. That's the fucking condition you gave it to me in. Maybe the school ought to open up their, you know, tightly pinched together coin purse and buy some new textbooks. How about that? Oh, it's damaged. You're gonna have to pay for that. Your brain is damaged if you think I'm paying for this. I'm so used to bragging about my grilled cheese making skills that your brain autocorrected. I like how that's just such a regular occurrence, the bragging about the grilled cheese making skills, that it's just like, I like to think that there's like a special part of your brain, like in the back of your mind, that's just the grilled cheese focus. Which would be understandable. I have those parts of my brain as well for other foods. I like to pick on Wookie because he burns all of his... Ah, I see. Forget grilled cheese. Bro eating scorched cheese. Mine usually come out pretty good. Just some cheddar on a couple of slices of rye bread. Sometimes I'll put some ham in there if I'm feeling extra saucy. If I'm feeling like a bad boy, you know? American on sourdough is your go-to. Interesting. I'm not sure if I've ever had sourdough bread. And you know what? I do like American cheese, as long as it's like, you know, like maybe from a deli or something. I'm not crazy about like Kraft singles. I could eat it though. Like if someone put like a grilled cheese made of Kraft single in front of me, I'm not gonna be like, ew, can you make me one with different cheese? To send this back to the kitchen. You don't think you've ever had grilled cheese? We gotta change that. We gotta change that, Daisuke. Grilled cheese is great. It's such a simple meal, but it's very satisfying. It's like a comfort food, you know? Especially if you're eating, like, soup with it. Like, oh man, a grilled cheese sandwich with some, like, tomato soup. Yeah, I'm a happy little dork while I'm eating that. You what? I pictured that one fish from SpongeBob. You what? Nora's mom makes good homemade sourdough. Really? Man, I gotta learn how to make my own bread. I'd really like to, because a lot of bread I'm just not a fan of, because a lot of the bread you buy from the store is very sugary to me. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I don't know, I could be a little bit of a stickler when it comes to the food I eat, I guess. No, Miko! Why is it always Miko? Elito Miko, you gotta stop it. But isn't it just cheese and bread? Yeah, cheese and like toast, you know. But like you know, like I said, you could put like some ham on there with it or something. Like you could make it like a gourmet style grilled cheese if you want. You know, put some meat on there or whatever. Maybe like mixed cheeses. You know, go with the three cheese grilled cheese. Hate tomato soup. That's fair. I never really liked it, but I started getting these like it's just like soup in like a little like a microwavable cup designed to be like taken on the go. Which, I don't really eat them on the go, I just eat them in the middle of the night when I'm hungry, but I don't want to make a whole meal. And that turned me into a tomato soup enjoyer. Because I don't even have to think about it. I just put it up to my mouth and I just inhale liquid tomato and it just, you know? But that's just me being a simple man. Calliope mo genki. I slip meat in mine sometimes to get more protein in your life. Yeah, but see, that's a good way to... That is a good thing. And it all really works together like that, you know, just... Man, I might have to make some grilled cheese after this. But yeah, like, you can mix it up so it's, you know, not just cheese and toast. Sorry about that. Anytime I hear grilled cheese, it reminds me of, Looney Tunes bit where Elmer Fudd had a music video about grilled cheese. I think I remember that, actually. I used to watch a lot of Looney Tunes when I was a little kid. I take a nap now? Yeah, no problem, Petra. Have a nice nap. Thanks for coming by. I hope you sleep well and you wake up feeling nice and rested. Appreciate you as always, my friendo. I'll catch you around. We'll have to figure out a day to do Night Rain or something like that together. But is it even grilled cheese anymore if you put meat in it? Wouldn't it just be a sandwich at that point? Like, I guess technically, but... I mean, like, I guess it's like... You know, you're still grilling it and there's still cheese, so I guess it... You know, it counts. I guess that's just, to me, it's like... In my mind, it's like a differential between, like just quick grilled cheese and gourmet grilled cheese, you know? But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's still grilled cheese to me, aww. Petra. Gotta ask Nora for days that he'd be down to play it. Yeah, that'd be fun to do. I've never played that game with anyone aside from randos. And my god, Night Rain randos are just so bad. Sometimes you'll meet a rando on Night Rain that like really knows what they're doing, but I feel like I'm babysitting most of the time. And I'm not even all that great at Soulsborne games. I mean, like, I get the job done, but I'm not John Dark Soul over here or anything. Do you understand? Never played Onion Ring? I'm gonna start calling that in my mind now. Elden Ring is a fantastic game. Like, if you like the whole like fantasy RPG genre and all that, then I say it's a must play. I think it's a great game. Like, people have their complaints, like, one thing I see people complain about a lot is that they reuse bosses. Like, you'll end up fighting the same boss multiple times, but I don't mind that so much, because in my head it's like, fighting the same boss multiple times to me, it makes me feel like I have, like, a rival. You know what I mean? Like, my character has a rival, so it's like, ah, you again. You ready for round 2, you son of a bitch? You know what I mean? So I don't really mind the whole, like, you know, repeated boss thing all too much. I do highly recommend it, though. But, of course, obviously, there is the whole thing with, like, the difficulty and all that, too, so it's like... I do recommend it, it's just, I also would give a fair warning that it's like, it's the kind of game that you have to commit to be willing to learn, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, if it sucks you in properly, then there's no issue with learning it, you know? because you'll just want to learn it naturally because it's just an enjoyable game. Boss be like, I won't lose to you again. Yeah, exactly, and it feels cool, man. I don't know, it's just, I like that feeling of having, like a rival. Like in Dark Souls 2, you have the Pursuer, which you do fight the Pursuer in one location as, like, a full-on boss with the health bar and everything, but he also appears in several spots throughout the game, and it's not even, like, a technical boss fight because there's no boss health bar, but you end up fighting him multiple times through the game. Well, you can avoid him, but he will keep showing up, too. And that feels cool to me, you know? It's like, oh, what's up, Pursuer? Yeah, didn't learn your lesson your last couple times I whooped your ass. It's time for round 5 now, huh? Bring the noise on over here. I don't know, I just think that's cool. It kind of, like, helps you immerse yourself in the game a bit, you know? And I'm someone that really likes my immersion. I like being immersed in the games I play, which is why my most recent playthrough of Fallout New Vegas lasted for over 500 hours. I don't like, looking back, I don't even know how I spent 500 hours in that game, but I sure enough did. Because I was immersed. I'm now a big Souls player, but I do like the game Sekiro Shadows Die Choice, and that was fun. I've actually never played Sekiro. I should give it a try sometime, though, because I do like the FromSoft formula. And I only ever played a little bit of Bloodborne. I never got too far in that one. I remember when I first played it, I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but there's no knights or anything like that. I like knights. But now that I'm a bit older and I have a better appreciation for things, I think I would have a really good time with Bloodborne. If only they would release a PC port. Although I could just play it on a PS4 emulator. Or no, PS3. Right? Yeah, the game was on PS3, I think. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Actually, yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was PS4. Souls-like game? Yeah, Sekiro? Yeah. Yeah, it is, from what I've never played it, so I can't give, like, a true, like, description, but it does seem to be very Souls-like. The only thing that would be different is that you're not playing your own character or, like, building your own build, you know? You're playing as a preset character with his own preset abilities, which is fine. You know, that's not an issue. That's not an issue at all. Although I do think it'd be really cool if they did make a Dark Souls, but in, like, a Japanese type setting, you know? Whereas, like, you know, Dark Souls and Elden Ring are set in, like, a more, like, Western dark fantasy setting with, like, castles and knights and stuff. It'd be really cool to have that same type of game, except you're going through, like, a, you know, basically what Sekiro is, except you actually, like, can swap weapons and stuff. I do want to try Sekiro at some point, though. I think that'd be fun. Because I have been playing through all the Dark Souls games, and I'm in the middle of 2 at the moment. So maybe once I finish Dark Souls and I finally finish my Elden Ring playthrough that I've been slacking on, then maybe I'll try some of the other FromSoft games. I even want to go back and try, like, Kingsfield, which was, like, one of their first. That would be a trip. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's always Miko! Miko! What the heck? Miko-chan. I will probably go for another half hour, I'm thinking. I got some dinner plans with my family in a few hours. And I don't want to hold them up or anything. For Mother's Day weekend, my mom decided she wanted to go to Chili's for Mother's Day dinner. Which had me, like, pumping my fists like, hell yeah, dude. I love Chili's. I was just a little worried because there's this restaurant my mom really likes, like a local restaurant that's a pizza place, and I really don't like it. I really just am not a fan because, well, they burn their pizza and all that. It's just kind of blah. But she likes it, so it's like if she wanted to go there for Mother's Day, it's like, well, I can't exactly tell her no. but then she's like, I'm thinking, like, what if we go to Chili's? And I'm like, freaking bet. Alright, now we're talking. In Sekiro, one boss was kicking my ass, but soon after I started to notice something, the fight started feeling like a dance. Weird, I know, but after I started fighting with it... Yeah, see, that's a big part of the FromSoft games, where... I remember when I first played through a Dark Souls game, I remember I would refer to it as Souls-tosis, which is kind of a weird word. But yeah, it's like kind of like a mitosis where you start to like understand the game's philosophy, and like you're doing there, like where you kind of pick up on the boss's attack patterns and when's the best time to attack and all that. And it's like once you get that little click in your brain is where it's like, all right, now it's time to kick some ass, you know? Because I remember my first FromSoft game was Dark Souls 2 when it first came out, and I remember my first playthrough was a lot of flailing. Because I'd be kind of like, I don't know how to fight this fucking boss. He's gonna kill me in 2 hits, and I have to hit him like a million times. How do I even win a fight like that? But then it's like you start to really notice, like, wait a minute. He does his attack pattern, and then he kind of leaves himself open. I guess I could sneak in an attack or two during that, and then, you know what I mean? You kind of pick up on it, and then eventually you can kind of start to apply that to the other bosses too, you know? And it's like, I do genuinely feel like... I'm at a point where I feel like I can beat any boss in a FromSoft game. At least, like, not like first try or anything, but I can eventually figure it out. Which, I tell you, that confidence really pays off because my early playthroughs of Dark Souls games took me so damn long because I was just genuinely, like, anxious to go to new areas. Because it's like, oh, but what if the enemies there are super strong and hard to fight? You know, but now it's like, well, even if they are, I could figure out the best way to fight them. And then I could get through it, and before you know it, that enemy type will just be yet another enemy that it's like, yeah, I know how to fight that guy. Really easy. That's just, it really is satisfying once you get to that point. It makes you feel like a real gamer. Like, I'm John Video Game.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice, sounds good. It wasn't me knowing the attack pattern, it was when I attack, it felt like it's not my turn to attack anymore, so I block and it works. Yeah, I know what you mean, I know what you mean. You just kind of get in the groove, so to say. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, when you reach your flow state, I am now John Dark Souls. Exactly. You find that state of mind where you're like, you're starting to pick up on that stuff. You're starting to notice, like, when is the best time to attack, when isn't. And it just feels so good. Like, I don't know, for me it just feels like, yeah, that boss that would scare the hell out of me when I first started playing these games, like, over a decade ago, I'm gonna whoop his ass right here, right now. Yeah, hello. No, I get exactly what you mean. I get exactly what you mean. It's just, you start to get that, like, sixth sense of just, like, when's the smart time to attack and when isn't, you know? And that goes a long way. I mean, you can get through the entirety of those games just from that ability alone. Kyla. With human bosses with weapons, though. Yeah, I know what you mean. With the monkey, it didn't work at all. Yeah. I agree, because it's like, humanoid bosses that are just like, just some dude squaring up with you with a weapon, it's a lot easier to predict what they're gonna do, because it's like, obviously, if he raises his sword, that means he's gonna swing it, but like, when it comes to like,
English.
animal or beast style bosses, like those could be a little trickier because, well, I mean, their whole anatomy is different from what we know, so it's, you know, it's a little harder to tell, like, when there's going to be attack or when there isn't. So I know exactly what you mean. If there's any type of boss that gives me the most amount of trouble, it's usually the non-humanoid ones. Unless the humanoid one has, like, insane combo strings and they don't give you a lot of breathing room.
どうした君たちおかしいといいのにね、マリンの前では全回復してくれたのよ。
I really should try Sekiro. From what I've seen of, like, people playing it and stuff, it does look like a really fun game.
近くでね、マリンの部屋の窓を眺めて楽しく過ごして
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, Hololive Myth, first generation of Hololive English. Nice to reap you.
Man, I could almost swear I just heard one of them say dirt. I'm starting to hear things. This sensory overload from them all talking at once is starting to make me think I'm hearing my name. Yeah, hello.
脱いでみましたが
Whoa,
どう
whoa,
でしょうか。やっぱこれは正義的だね。
whoa! Miko got a little launched again, but it worked out.
いろいろありましたが、みんな仲良くやっていこう。
Yes, yes.
わかんない。
That sounded like Marine almost.
ほんと緊張しちゃうな。
It was a headless possessed monkey. That definitely adds on to the what the fuck am I even fighting feeling.
First generation of Hololive English. Nice to
Headless
reap you.
possessed monkey. Kind of enemy you fight that makes you think, wow, bro, where's your head at? Ha 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 ha. ダメですにゃー。
ラインがうっかり消えてしまったのでほんと緊張しちゃうな。こんなに可愛いなんて奇跡ですよ。
You know, when I hear, like, nya, you know, like an anime character saying nya like a cat, it always makes me think of how, Cajuns speak, you know, like people from the American South. Like, hop on the raft over, nya, and we'll get you going. That's a really fun way to talk.
エッピナ
Come over, nya.
どうもサメで
Feed
す。
you some Cajun
やばい
food, nya.
ちょっといやらしい光景が繰り広がっちゃってる。
It's almost like a combination of the words, like, now and here. Nya. Because you could say, like, come over, nya. Or you could be like, you better stop that, nya. I don't know, very fun dialect to imitate.
マリンは頑張って転ぶしない
I'm
よう
more
に。
excited than Hololive English Myth.
生マリンちゃんの始まり。
Hashimari. Nice. I remember watching a blindfolded Sekiro speedrun. Awesome game, so quick. Yeah, that's crazy. People doing the blindfolded stuff? Like, man, how much do you have to play the game to where you just know where everything is? You know what I mean? That's crazy. Or you could just go off of sounds alone. I can't think of a single game that I know that well that I could play it blindfolded.
安心した。君最高だよ。
お、いいね、カリオペも元気。
他のメンバー
Karaoke gang.
になってマリンに流れ着いてくださってる方
Beat the monkey and I was like, woo, let's go. Wait, why do I hear boss music? Why are you getting back up? Yeah. Yeah, those types of bosses throw you for a loop. It makes you think like, yeah, the boss is dead. We did it. Wait, the music hasn't stopped. Oh, they're getting back up. Oh, a new life bar. Yeah, I feel you on that one.
やばい、漏れちゃう船長のセンシティブな溢れちゃう。猫ちゃん船長いろんなどんな
Oh, well, at least it wasn't Miko that time. It was Bibu. Man, she sure floats well for a stone. Do you think, like... Okay, so, like, Bibu is, like a crystal girl in the way that, like, Pekora is a rabbit girl. Do you think she has, like, crystal / stone attributes? Like, do you think Bibu's, like, really heavy, despite being so small because she's, like, a living rock creature? Sort of? You know what I mean? Like, she looks small and like she wouldn't be very heavy, but if she's like a living rock, then maybe she is. Damn! Sister Freed in Dark Souls 3, yeah. Yeah, how they, like, get back up and you're like, wait, no. No, you're supposed to be dead. Stop it. Cease. That's how it is with both in Night Rain, both the final boss and the final DLC boss, they both do that. You could deplete their health bar, and it makes you think that you beat them, but then they come back in their second form with yet another full health bar. Like, I've played Night Rain with randos before against those bosses, and I remember this one time there was a guy where we beat the final boss, the health bar was depleted, and the boss was acting like, yeah, I'm dead. And something that some Night Rain players do when they complete a run, right before, like, it goes back to the hub world, they'll just, like, dump out everything in their inventory, all their weapons, all their items and stuff. And I had one guy do that, and I'm just looking at him like, bro, there's a phase 2 coming. You might want to pick all that stuff back up. And sure enough, when the second phase came, he scrambled to go pick his stuff back up. I'm like, oh, you poor sweet summer child.
First generation of Hololive English. Nice to reap you.
Nice to reap you. Well, there's malleable rock, so that is true. That is true. So maybe Bibu is malleable.
Hi, I'm Hololive English Myth.
That would be funny though, like because Calliope Mori's expressed numerous times how seeing short people makes her want to pick them up and throw them. It'd be really funny if she went to go pick up Bibu to throw her, but like she ended up throwing her back out because Bibu weighs a ton despite being so small and petite. That would be really funny.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from Hololive.
Palpable Frost Cag Pucks? The best viewers? Don't you know, I've already got the best viewers right here. And reminder to never click links posted by Twitch bots. I had to get ready for work. Have a nice stream. But yeah, have a nice day at work, Ryan. I hope you have a nice, easy shift, and I'll be seeing you around. Take care of yourself, alright? Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. Yeah, we'll probably wrap up after another couple of rounds. Stretch and hydrate, thanks, Ryan. I actually needed both of those. And a posture check. I needed all three. That feeling of straightening out your spine after you've been shrimped for so long. Oh. I feel like my whole body shift when I do that. Definitely needed that, thank you. The self-care reminders are always appreciated. I just hope you all at home are self-caring as well. I mean, not gonna lie, when I'm watching a streamer on Twitch and they get the hydrate redeem, I use that to remind myself to drink as well. You know, because I'm like, oh, well, if they're gonna do it, then I guess I should too. I'll be a responsible fella. You know, get those pats on my head, like, good job taking care of yourself, Dort. Drinking your agua. So, I've been thinking about, like, what game I want to play next as, like, a series. You know how I was doing Saints Row 2, but now that's completed? I do want to play Banjo-Tooie, I think, because we did play through Banjo-Kazooie. So I think, obviously, the next natural step would be Tooie. And to be honest with you guys, I've actually never finished Banjo-Tooie in my life. I've completed Banjo-Kazooie countless times, but Banjo-Tooie not once. I've played it a ton, I've gotten really far, but I don't know. I think it's because my brain, like, I just love Banjo-Kazooie so much that when I play Banjo-Tooie, like, it makes a part of my brain think, like, I want to play some Banjo-Kazooie. But if I stream Banjo-Tooie, I'll stick it out and I'll play the whole thing. Like, I know how it ends and everything. I've seen the final boss fight, but I've never actually done it myself. And the most heartbreaking thing is when you finally beat the final boss, the witch Gruntilda says something and you wait until Banjo 3E, which never came to be. Here we are 26 years later, no Banjo 3E to speak of. Although, never say never, you never know. I was kind of bummed out to hear about that new Star Fox game that's coming out. It's apparently just gonna be like the original Star Fox, but like rebooted. So it's just kind of like, it's almost like a remaster from what I understand. It's like, that sucks. You couldn't come out with a new game. It's Star Fox. I mean, like, it's flying around and shooting stuff. That was me with the first major boss I was having major difficulties with, and sometimes getting to the second phase was on the boss for like 3 days, and when I finally beat the second phase, there was a third phase with new mechanics, scene change, boss outfit change, all... Gosh, that sucks. I would be so frustrated. I'm like, no, I thought I had it. Oh, I would be so bummed. Bro, describe how I felt at that moment. Do you remember the dog with the eyes closed mean? Yeah, I know exactly the kind you mean. I would react the exact same way. No, Gua! I understand you're a sea creature, but no. Oh, Gura got herself. But yeah, I know exactly the meme and the feeling you're talking about. I would react the same way. I'd be like, wait, no, a third phase? Oh man, I would be so bummed. I'd be like, man, here I am thinking this is the one, we finally got that SOV, but then no. At that point, I'd be paranoid. I'd be like, well, we gotta get a fourth phase? Where's phase 4? That's crazy. Bamboozled by the third phase. I guess it just goes to show, especially in FromSoft games, because it literally shows up on your screen like enemy defeated or whatever, you know what I mean? So I guess it's just... I guess that's kind of how I am. It's like, if I kill the boss, until I see victory achieved or enemy fell or whatever, until I see that, I keep my defenses up. You know, I actually got invaded yesterday in Dark Souls 2. I was in the Undead Crypt, and the thing about the Undead Crypt is that it's inhabited by... I can't remember the guy's name, and I can't remember what race he said he was. He's kind of like a blue-skinned human. And when you first enter the room he's in, he'll speak to you, and he'll be like, if you don't have a torch lit, he'll say, human, do not produce any light. Or if you do have a torch, he'll tell you, human, extinguish that flame. Because, obviously, you know, they like it dark down there in the crypt. And it offends them to have a light source. And so, and I already knew that going in. And so this guy invaded me in the Undead Crypt. And I'm ready to fight. And he walks up, and instead of fighting me, he gives me like the, hey, come over here gesture. Which, I've encountered friendly invaders that actually want to help before, so I'm like, okay. I'll kind of, like, I don't full-on trust him, but I'll see what he wants. He took me to the bonfire, and he lit his torch. And I'm like, I don't like the way this is going. It sounds to me like this guy, like maybe he's trying to trick me into offending the Undead Crypt denizens. And so I kind of went along, I lit my torch, and I followed him. And then we got to that room with that guy, and right when he said, human, extinguish that torch, I put it out. And then he gave me a flame butterfly, which is an item that lets you light your torch autonomously without needing a fire source. He gave that to me, and he's like, go ahead, light your torch. And I gave him the no gesture, because it's like, no, dude, I know you're trying to get me to fuck up my playthrough by pissing off the undead crypts denizens. And then he gave me like a, oh, come on, gesture, and then he pulled out his dual greatswords. I'm like, oh, okay, so now that I'm not going to fall for your trick, now you want to fight, I see. And then I killed him. But yeah, I have run into actually kind invaders before. Like, when I first got to can't remember what the place is called. One of the early game places. I got invaded by someone, and rather than fight me, they basically just escorted me through the level, showing me where, like, items were and where the bonfires were. And then once he led me through the whole area, he just threw himself off a cliff and killed himself. And I'm like, oh, well, that was really wholesome, actually. I don't know why he didn't just join the faction that's specifically for getting summoned to help people, but he definitely gave me a memorable experience. Maybe that's what it's all about. Third phase got me because it could counter my counter, so I had to counter the counter that countered my original counter to stop his first attack. Oh my god, dude, called Leonardo DiCaprio. We got counterception over here. That's crazy, man. That's so fucked up, man. Good on you for getting through it, though. Or it sounds like you got through it, right? Oh? Oh, what? Oh. Nice. That made me say ho 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 like Santa Claus. Alright, where would be the best spot to create an Elito Miko? Right here.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, Hololive, first generation of Hololive English. Nice to read you.
Ooh, I get so anxious when it gets this piled up. And if you don't avoid that attack, you get lightning stunned. Oh my god, man. Yeah, man, Sekiro sounds really hard, man. Like, it sounds even, like, harder than their other titles. Which, I guess that's what they're known for, so I'm not gonna complain. Oh, there's another oh! Oh gosh, what else? Yeah, hello. No, oh god. I forgot that Calliope Mori's make Hachima, not Miko. Nice. Nice. Oh, it makes me so nervous. Yes! That was good play. That was a good play. Good, strong play. Oh gosh. Okay, that was a mediocre play. A middle of the road play. Okay, this will be different. Yeah, that was good. Oh, damn it. I really... Oh, I screwed the pooch there. But maybe not. Maybe we can still make that work. Do we got a Korone in play? Not that I can see. Alright, we'll just throw her here. The Calliope Mori that's in play is a little buried at the moment, so we'll just put this one here. And then boosh, 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 boosh. Excellent!
ちゃんとね、今市がね、話を
お
ちゃんと使えるから、安心してください
It
ね。
makes me so anxious, dude.
なるほどね、恥ずかしい。やるじゃん。
Another thing, if you die too many times, some NPC in the game will be affected by a blight that you have unlimited cures in the game. So oh, really? I had no idea about that mechanic. Oh, that's scary. That would make me, like, feel guilty for dying. Okay.
First generation of Hololive English. Nice to read you.
I swear I just heard one of them say dirt again. They're talking to me. These voices are not just in my head, they're real. I think my highest was 8 or 9 infected. That's crazy. I would feel so guilty. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I did this to you. Man, that would make the... I would probably be playing at, like, peak performance for no other reason than I just don't want to harm the NPCs.
It's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
Damn it.
チラ見えしてるって感じ。これまずいですね。勘弁してください。マリンやりました。マリンちゃん。ギリギリセーフってことで。マリンは頑張ってポロリしないように。せーの。
That might be too little of a spot for a cloak. Never mind. Oh, Miko's touch. Miko's. Oh, I don't even know what's going on back there. Oh, we got a Watame. Big Watame moments. I guess, like, to answer Dutch's question from before, I guess that's basically a win in this game. Getting the biggest piece. Especially if you can get another one and then get those two to, you know, delete one another. Dolores, there's a reason you come back to life after death, and it is the expense of the NPCs around you. It could be the benefit. Ah, okay, so it's like when you come back to life, you're basically, like, stealing the life force of the NPCs around you. That's deep. And that also sounds exactly like the kind of thing FromSoft would think of. Yeah, you like those NPCs, right? You don't want any harm to come to them? Better get good. Bing, bing. Oh, an 8-chain. I've never gotten an 8-chain, I don't think.
Calliope も元気。
Calliope も元気。I like Miko a lot. She's really funny.
It's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
Miko-chan.
今この瞬間マリンは17歳ということで一つよろしくお願いいたします。気軽に抜き抜きしてください。おっとっと、このままではここに
いいね、カリオペも元気。
カリオペも元気。
になってマリンに流れ着いてくださってる方も
I still can't believe we got that 8 chain. That's crazy. I think that's the biggest chain I've ever
そう
gotten.
ですね。よろしくお願いします。マリンもうすぐお付き合い始めるかもしれん。ごめんな。せーの。いいの、お付き合い始める。どうも。カメラよろしくお願いします。犬神コーデです。
Nice.
ちょっとエッチな感じにしたんだけど。好きだ。
The counters sound so good. Oh, in a Sekiro? I know what you mean. Like, in Elden Ring, there's a couple of, like, specific noises. Like, when you break an opponent's guard and, like, it makes them vulnerable. That's a really satisfying noise for me. Or, like, inflicting blood loss, like I said before. Just that whoosh sound of all the blood pouring out. It's just like, yes. Edgy boy like myself loves it.
いいね、カリオペも元気。
エキムチ行きたくないから基本的に誰かのことを一番好きだって思わないことにしてる。よろしくお願いします。
よろしく。
まあなんか気づかないうちにすごい強いのどうしようと思ってお願いします。なんか押したいなこれだとかこれでいい。おっぱいは大きければ大きいほどいい。一番お嫁さんになったらいいお嫁さんになるのってマリンだよね。
Not a ton of good places.
やばい。ちょっといやらしい光景が。
Yeah, yeah, I is right.
おっぱいは大きければ大きいほどいい。
That's a Kyla, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting close. We might be looking at a double Watame game. I don't want to jinx it though, knock on wood. What the hell? How did she land like that? Livey Mori, you intriguing woman, you. You forgot? Something else? どうもありがとうございます。助かります。いいよいいよ、あげてけあげて。おはろう。赤いハートよ。 We beat my high score! Holy shit, we actually did it! I legitimately never thought that would happen. Yo! Let's freaking go, dude! Hell yeah! And I did it on stream. Let's go. X_dirt_gaming_X. That's me. Okay, don't get reckless now. Don't get reckless. Let's freaking go! There's also bosses that will dodge all your first attacks, so you have to attack after. Oh, wow. That's crazy. So the only way to hurt them is to counter them? Damn, they really force you to learn that mechanic, huh? I mean, fair enough. I get it. You know, sometimes the only way to teach someone something is to make them have to learn it.
Nice to meet you.
Ooh.
これはね、しょうがないよ、なかなか。あんたやっぱり変だ。やっぱそうなんだ。ビビー、ちゃこちゃん。もっとエッチな声出して。ファイター。Let's go.
Ooh, that was risky.
どうしようどうしよう。見て。これが猫ちゃん。見せたい住宅。何よ。それ気になっちゃうよ。それで止めちゃうのはダメよ。
Yes.
桜みこです。
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm in the flow state. Flow state gaming. Oh, here we go. Two types of counters. Thrust counter and jump counter. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense that there'd be multiple kinds of counters if they're gonna make you, like, you have to do it. Makes sense. Man, we're crushing that old score. Oh! Time to make the next high score that I'm never gonna beat, huh? No, that was sloppy. Oh boy.
これがホロライブちゃんですか。でやっぱりこれは先生セーフですよね。この辺はいいのにね、マリの前では全解放してくれてもよかったのに。
I have my hand over my heart. I'm so like tense right now. Oh! Oh, she's going in. She's going in. Oh, 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 fuck! That was the best run I've ever had in this game. We unlocked Fauna! Oh, sweet. We'll definitely slap her on. Do the wrong one and you grasses. Makes sense. Look at that, though. Beat my highest score. Alright, that psyched me up. Let's do it. Let's do like one or two more. And let's see, why don't we swap... We'll swap Fubuki with Fauna. I like Fauna a lot. Oh, we should put a GG in there. We should put a GG in there, shouldn't we? We'll swap out Hato for GG. I know she would love to be on top of Calliope Mori. Alrighty. Ahoy. Alright, let's just play another game or two. Just a little bit of a victory lap. GG. Still have a few to unlock. Oh yeah, in this game? Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to unlock them all, man. Especially the ones where you have to get like a massive chain going. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I mean, like, I'll try, but... I would like to unlock them all, though. I love Gura's baby talk. Just gaga, boo boo gaga, and baby. I like Gigi a lot, man. She's so funny.
Nice to meet you.
It almost sounds like that voice clip. I wonder if that's like from one of her earlier streams, because her voice sounds a little higher than it does in her current streams. It just sounds a little different than how... I don't know. I mean, I know that's kind of normal with the HoloLive members, where it's like they start out kind of with a higher pitched voice, and then they kind of just go and they eventually just kind of just lean into their normal way of speaking. I remember Pipkin Pippa did that. When she first debuted, she was like, "Hello everybody, I'm Pipkin Pippa." But now she's just like, "Fucking kill me." Nothing wrong with that either, I understand. I don't really mind VTubers just being themselves, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to play a character for me. Like, I know there are some people that are like, no, a VTuber should always be in character and blah blah blah, but it's like, I don't really need that. To each their own, but I personally, like, I don't mind a VTuber just being like, just being themselves than they just so happen to be using an avatar. I mean, that's kind of how I am. I'm not really playing a character at all. This is just who I am. I'm a bit more energetic and talkative on stream than I normally am. Anybody that knows me would know that, but I mean, obviously, if I'm just sitting here not talking at all, I mean, that wouldn't be very fun for a stream anyway. Not for me, even. You know what I mean? I mean, heck, if I wanted to play a game in silence, I could just do that on my own time, you know? Desu desu. Desu desu. GG's so fun, man. I ate half a pizza and cinnamon bits, now I'm sleepy. That'll do it. That sounds like a hefty meal. I hope it was good, though. And hey, man, if you gotta get yourself some rest, by all means. We'll be wrapping up here before too long anyway. I watch streamers from the South, to be honest. Yeah, I'm the exact same way. Like, honestly, I never, like, go and watch a well, I mean, like, I guess I'll never say never. There are times where I check out a new streamer just because they're playing a game I like, but 99% of the time when I'm looking for a streamer to watch, it's because it's someone that it's like I like their personality and sense of humor. The game doesn't really matter to me. You know what I mean? The only time I won't watch is if they're playing a game that I don't want spoilers for. That's about it. Other than that, it doesn't matter to me. Oh no! No! Calliope Mori! Oh, right in the eye! Damn, Gura! Alright, let's run it back. Let's do one more and then we'll close off for today. Been a lot of short streams this week, and I apologize for that. But we will do, like, more full-length streams coming up, too. Especially if I start doing Banjo-Tooie. That's the sort of game that I can play for a long, long time. Ooh, I was just zoned out for a second. I was in too much of a flow state. I looked it up, but Wukong and Hollow Knight are Souls-like games. Yeah. I've played Hollow Knight. I've played a bit of that. I did like it, but I'm just not great with, like, really hard Metroidvania style games. I did like it a lot, though. I've never played Black Myth Wukong? That game? That game does look interesting. I have thought about trying it. If I ever find it on a good sale, I might pick it up. I like RPGs a lot myself. They're just, I don't know. It's like I was saying before, I really like games that make me feel immersed, and RPGs really immerse me. And I've been meaning to try a couple, like, I'd like to try some more JRPGs as well. And I'd like to go play some older ones too, like Dragon's Quest and stuff. Or like even the original Final Fantasy would be interesting. I do want to play the original Fire Emblem. I think that'd be an interesting one to stream. I think that's the one with Marth in it.
Thank you.
Lava. Chimani. Gigi hungry. Oh, what did I remind you of? Excellent. You ever just get the compulsion to talk like Wario? Wario is very fun to talk like. Hey, my Wario, number one! It just hurts my throat talking like that for too long. Oh! That was accidental. Well, our first fauna. Oh no, that's not our first fauna. What am I thinking? What am I, a silly guy or something? My brain's going. I'm getting early onset dementia. Not really. Well, at least not that I know of. Felt I should clarify in case anybody didn't realize I was joking. Gremlin. Man, they really when they were looking for like someone to play Gigi Murin, you know, like to be the Gremlin girl. They sure as hell picked the perfect person. Gigi is such a little gremlin. She is just perfect for that character. Honestly, the HoloLive talent scouts usually do a really good job. Like, I can't think of anybody that didn't fit their character. I was hoping that was a Gura in there. Hell yeah. Mama. This game is like one of my favorite forms of brain rot there is.
First generation of HoloLive.
Nice to meet you. Oh damn it! I thought. Aww. I saw the pink hair and I thought that was another Calliope Mori, but it was Miko. Alright, let's just do one more. One more. Damn it. I got my pink-haired women mixed up. And now we got a Corone sandwich between two Guras. Earlier in the stream we talked about not listening to others' opinions on games. I feel that because I play the Sword Art Online games, but I know not a lot of people like those games. I will admit it's funny as hell when I rate someone after playing Sword Art Online is a game? Heck, honestly, I don't think I knew that either. But hey man, fair enough. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, there's plenty of games that I adore that other people are like, no, that game sucks. And the people that play it are dumb. It's like, oh, I guess I'm dumb. And you know what? Being dumb, it's a very comfortable thing to be. So yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, I respect it.
First generation of HoloLive. Nice to meet
I really bet if Gigi Murin knew that I had it set to combining two Calliope Moris makes a Gigi Murin, I think she would be really happy about that. Maybe a little too happy.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from HoloLive English Myth. Mina-san, it's me, your hardworking Shinigami. Hi, I'm Mori Calliope.
I always give warnings to people who ask about my games since it's not usually a popular choice. That's fair enough. I don't think there's anything wrong at all with having more like niche, interesting games. Because it's like, sure, there's a lot of games I play that are like fairly mainstream. Like I like GTA 5 a heck of a lot, or Fallout 4, or Skyrim. But I have my more niche games too. I mean, hey man, it's gotta mix things up a bit here and there. And that includes indulging in stuff that you don't really see a lot of other people indulge with, you know? Oh, dang it, that was an undershoot. And that was an undershoot. Darn it! It's all falling apart. Oh, that was great. Damn, I shouldn't have said anything, then I could have played it off like I did that on purpose. Calliopeも元気。したんだよね。頑張っちゃった。Okay. Oh yeah. Fun fact, lay it on me. You have 8 Sword Art Online games? Damn. I guess you're a real fan, huh? Hell yeah, bro, I respect it. I respect it. Keep on playing the games you like. Ain't no reason not to. I did not miss. Other games, not so much the anime though. Understandable. Understandable. I think I did watch a bit of Sword Art Online. I forget if it was that or something else.
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope from Hololive English Myth.
Oh yeah. Nah, nah, nah. That's Matsuri that says that.
Shinigami, hardworking Shinigami, Hololive Myth, first generation of Hololive English. Nice to read you. It's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
I'm glad that Calliope Mori gives herself credit for being such a hard worker. I don't know where she gets the energy. Whoa, whoa! Oh, I just barely caught Nico. That's... Ooh. I don't like how precariously that Kylo's hanging on there. 2 games I liked the look of unexpected was Monarch and Scarlet Nexus. Haven't played either of those. I think I've heard of Scarlet Nexus though. Is it one that you recommendo? Look at that freaking Kai that's scaring me, bro. Oh my god. I'm afraid to even, like, touch it. No! Damn it! I was hoping it would. Oh. You said, yeah, feel free to if you'd like. I'll check it out. Like the Steam store page or whatever. Alright, fuck it. We're doing one more. One more. One singular game more. I'm hooked. PG Mori.
First generation of Hololive English. Nice to meet you.
And I am a gremlin.
Ikuzo! Oh, I should have been more thoughtful about where I put that Ina. They both have really good stories, in my opinion. I like a good game. I like a game with a good story. Yeah, by all means. I'll if you send it, I'll check it out.
それもね、なんだろう、快楽の一つだから。おっぱいは大きければ大きいほどいい。マリンは頑張って転びしないように。
Oh, dang it. Oh, that's actually okay.
You're a hardworking Shinigami.
お付き合いを始めたいなって思っております。はい。負けヒロイン。負けヒロインね。ティーナ。こんにちは。エッティナ、谷間になってます。みんな。お付き合いを始めたいなって思っております。はい。にゃんにゃんにゃんにゃんにゃん。大丈夫かなこれ。久々に攻めちゃった。
カリオペオルライブイングリッシュの頑張ってる死神ですです。ですです。
気持ちで来てた
Oh,
から。
dang it, that was an
基本的
overthrow.
に誰かのことを一番好きだって思わないことにしてる。わかった。わかんない。
いいね、カリオペも元気。
超待ちや。そんなコロコロコロコロコロ。ブラブラはやめようみたいな。やばいマリンの突起がとか言わない方がいい。恥ずかしい。冗談じゃないですかも。I am feeling
Clean, let's go.
なかなかいいでしょこれ。こちらみこです。怖い。ねえ、しんどいよねこれ。
I repeat, it's taco time.
どうしよう。ジャンピー。もうやめろよ。
いいね、カリオペも元気。
おうマリンは別だ。船長は船長で船長と呼びなさい。わかりましたか？
Nina-san, it's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
基本的に
Yeah.
誰かのことを一番好きだって思わないことにこんにちは。
Look at that big old Kylo.
どうも。いない。再放送同じ話ばっかりするおばさんって言われちゃう。こんにちは。恥ずかしいな。船長のこともしかして。どうも。いない。ホロライブイングリッシュアドベンチャーの当然船長は愛されててみんな船長と住んでたよと思ってた。この女上司当初マリンに
Oh, dang
任
it.
せなさい。
I was hoping those two Inas would combine. Monarch has turn. Oh, I like turn-based. I've actually been wanting to try more turn-based games. Like one I've been playing through again lately is Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love that freaking game, dude. I already played it all the way through back in like 2020, but I'm playing through it all again because it's just I love that game. I like turn-based a lot. Honestly, it's like I could pretty much play any style game like that as long as it's a good game. There are a few things that I'm not a fan of, like the 8, like one of the reasons I was never a big fan of the Diablo games is I just really don't like that overhead asymmetric angle. It just kind of throws me off. Although I would be willing to deal with it to try the original Fallout games. My like Monarch? Interesting. Yeah, I really do like turn-based. It takes me back to when I was a little kid playing Paper Mario. Man, I need to stream through Paper Mario as well. I just remember I tried to play it before and it just doesn't run that well on Project 64. It keeps freezing. I'll have to play the game a bit on a different emulator to see if it'll play nice. And if it does, then yeah, I'll stream that. I love Paper Mario. And Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. But everyone that came out after that, not bad, but
Nina-san, it's me, your hardworking Shinigami.
It looks like Calliope Mori's like biting Corone's ear. I'm gonna screenshot that because it's cute. Monarch, descent into madness. Jump between exploring the myths of the real world and fighting with an enigmatic other world Call upon allies, fight enemies, and unravel the mysteries surrounding your academy. Will you save the world or go mad and destroy yourself? That sounds awesome. I love that. That sounds badass. I'll definitely look into it then. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Yeah, I like the sound of that a lot.
ね好きになっちゃう恋に落ちちゃうよあれ酔っちゃったの私ってばもしかして酔っちゃったのかな家の身の回りに確認するために振り返る人は船長だけでしたどうしたらいいお一味もねやる気になってますねオッケー君の解釈大好きなんだけど
Do not have a G money in play.
安心した君最高だようわいるね脱いじゃおっかなちょっと脱いじゃおっかな脱いじゃおっかなクラムレンちょっと脱いじゃお
Well,
っかな
that Corone is real. Oh, oh! There we go. Calliope mo genki.
やらしい転がり方するわね
Oh, Calliope Mori! What the hell? He was schmoozing.
マリンちゃんギリギリセーフってことで今この瞬間までの17歳ですね一つよろしくお願いいたします
Hardworking Shinigami, whole life
嬉しいね
prisoner of whole life
マ
English.
リアム好きで
Nice
す
to
よ
meet you.
もう何君たちもみたいな感じが出るからマジどうもありがとうございます助かります見えているほど
Mama,
恥
Gigi
ずかし
hungry.
がっているという事実がねこれ萌えだと思いませんか
Nice. Oh, we almost got a Watame if I can get those two Kylas to touch.
にゃにゃにゃにゃ
Nya 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 nya. I'm baby.
まーすちょっと女神コーネです困りましたねこれね困りましたねこれねやらしい転がり方するわね嬉しいよね
Whoa, the game lagged a little bit there for a sec.
恥ずかしいよどうでしょうかしらみえしてるって感じ
Oh, I want those Kyla to touch so bad.
やらしい転がり方するわね
Nya 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 nya.
You're a hardworking Shinigami.
仕組みになってんだよね恥ずかしいよおっぱい確認するために振り返る人は船長だけでしたぜひ今後も気軽に抜き抜きしてください
Where am I gonna put this Gigi? Right here, I guess. This is getting precarious. Whoa!
お互いウィンウィン
Good golly
実はね
goodness.
ウィンウィンでやっていきたいなと思います
Hi, I'm Mori Calliope, whole life English myth.
ね好きになっちゃう恋に落ちちゃうよあと3期ですねもういつも
This is not a spoiler, but one of the mechanics is you can go insane or become awakened. Drawback: once insane, you and your allies are no longer in your control and can do friendly fire. Ooh, with madness also having boosted stats. Oh, okay, so it boosts your stats, but it makes your gameplay kind of like reckless and
Mori Calliope, whole life English
like
myth.
what's the word I want? Kind of like you can't really like plan for it, you know? Kind of just more like erratic. That's interesting. I wonder if people have done like full madness playthroughs, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm going with the completely batshit out of my mind build. GG. Gosh, they're laughing at me.
もうエロ書きばっかりなんだから本当にしょうがないななほんねオッケー船長もでもおっぱいらしかったね
Ooh. Oh, that Ina!
今マリンの中で好感度がブーンって爆上がってる。いいよ。
Okay. Kind of safe there. But with an ability, you can chain link everyone and become enlightened, removing it. Okay, so it's not something that you're like once you get, you're screwed. That's good. That's good. Man, that'd be hard otherwise. For even more stats. Interesting. I like the sound of that. That's very like meta and cool.
あ、船長この人好きだって思って。しょうがないにゃ。どうしたらいいの？船長は。大丈夫、そんなイケメンそんなぽいぽいぽい投げてる大丈夫だよ。
ですです。ハネス国語ですです。
しょうがないにゃ。いいよ。
And everyone linked also gets the same buffs. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Sounds like the game's got pretty interesting mechanics.
ちょっとワクワクドキドキのねシ
I
ーンも
like
あ
the
るんじゃない
sound
で
of
しょうか。
that.
エッチすぎる。こういうのだよ君たち。
Oh, that's not what I thought was. Oh, I got it mixed up. I got it twisted.
それ気になっちゃうよ。それ止めちゃうのは誰よ。見て、これがなんかやることがいっぱいあるんだもん。
We got another Watame! Let's freaking go, gamers! Wow, and I've almost beat my old score again. Not the new one, but the one that I was saying before that I'll never be able to beat.
エッチすぎる。誰にでも好き好き言ってるのは本当にそうなんだけど、でも本当に好きなのみんな。よし、さあ頑張った頑張った。I am eating money. お互いウィンウィンでこの3つはね、ウィンウィンでやっていきたいなと思います。最高、めちゃめちゃ可愛い。これがエッチじゃない方がエッチなんだよなって思うんだ。なんか、うわ主人公してなって船長も。いいのいいの。ちょっとワクワクドキドキのねシーンもあるんじゃないでしょうか。エッチな気持ちを静かに聞きたい。すごい。
I'm so locked in.
なんか主人公してなんて船長も。これは難しい。なるほどね。Okay.
No, she is so going in. I can't stop it. Wait. God has smiled upon me on this day.
君たちもちょっと試してみたら。頑張ってできるのか。可愛くてゴミゴミが来るぞ。君が失った母性をくらい。エッチじゃない方がエッチなんだよなって思うんだ。
Oh my god, this is getting so intense.
一番失った母性をくらい。はい、やりました。マリンちゃん、ギリギリセーフってことで。いや、ちょっと、どうしよう、ちょっと待って。脱いでみましたら。
死神ですです。ハネス国語ですです。
こんにちは。
Oh my god, look at this stack! I think I genuinely just have nowhere to put this Gigi. Okay.
つかないじゃないですか。はい、近くでね、マリスの変装などを眺めて楽しく過ごしてくださいね。マジゾクゾクするよね。たまんないよな。
死神 hardworking 死神 whole life first generation of whole life English. Nice to meet you.
Oh. Oh my god, I've never had a pile like this. Oh! Oh my god, my heart. My heart can't take this. Oh my god. We've almost beaten the new score
コ
now.
ニティーナコニティーナ
あれあと3期ですね。もういつもの3期生。
Wait, did we did! I beat the high score twice in one stream? Let's fucking go, man. Hell yeah. What, are we out here gaming?
萌えなんだな。
猫ちをね、恥ずかしいよ。
Holy shit.
ちょ待ち。超待ちや。そんなコロコロと。
分からしてやっから船長が。
Oh, I was really hoping those calliopes would touch.
ニーナさん、
全然
It's me,
全然
your
ノーダメだな、普通
hardworking
に。
死神。
いいな。
変なゲチじゃないから。
よろしくお願いします。
Oh,
聞い
damn!
たろ
Oh, so many all fell all at once. There was nothing I could... Darn it. Oh, that was so good, though.
やったー。
Doing great, man.
どうしようマリ。
Look at that. Hell yeah, dude. I'm proud of myself. Hashtag Dirt Did Good 2026. In the far distant future, a psionic hormone was discovered in the human brain, granting people extrasensory powers and changed the world as we knew it. As humanity entered this new era, deranged mutants... Oh, sorry, I'm stretching. Known as others began to descend from the sky with a hunger for human brains, highly resistant to conventional attack methods. Extreme measures needed to be taken in battle over only 3 to preserve humanity. Interesting. That sounds trippy. I like it. Those with acute extrasensory abilities known as psionics were our only chance to fight the onslaught from above. Since then, psionics have been scouted for their talents and recruited to the other suppression force, OSF, humanity's last line of defense. I like the sound of that a lot. That sounds really cool. Like, very, like, cosmic and metaphysical and trippy. I like stuff like that. Stuff that just makes me think, like, what the hell am I even doing? In the best way. In, like, a good way. You know what I mean? But before I get too trapped in the one more game loop, I think we will just close off there. Almost hit the 3-hour mark. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Like, for me, I try to stream, like, 2.5 hours as my minimum, you know what I mean? Which, like, not like, when it comes to streaming, it's like, everyone has their different, like, lengths that they're good with, durations, I should say, but for me, I always try to do at least 2.5 hours. I feel like that's a good amount, you know? Gives people a chance to, like, you know, people that don't see the notification, you know, gives them a chance to make it. But let's see, who's live right now that we can throw a raid on over to? I could have sworn someone was live that I saw. Maybe they... Oh. Let me see if, let me see if this person has their raids enabled. The fighting in this is so cool. Hell yeah, and it's easy to do finishers. I love finishers. I love finishers. Yours used to be 6 hours. That's crazy. That's, see, like, for me, that's, like, towards the other spectrum. Like, that's like, as long as I usually go. That's my actual longest. I have someone live that we could go raid right now. Well, let me just see if they have their raids enabled, because I know sometimes some people don't. Make sure I get that right. Okay, they do not have their raids enabled at the moment. Longest was 8 or 12. I've done 2 endurance streams in my time. One was 24 hours and the other was 30 hours, which I think I'm still tired from, to be completely honest. You know what? I think we're just gonna not raid today. But we'll just do a hard ending. If that's cool with you all. Never done a 24-hour one. What I'll say is, if you ever decide to, make sure you're prepared. Because I didn't even take any breaks. The only breaks I took were like a quick, like, 2-minute break to go grab some food from downstairs or something, you know? So it's just, if you're gonna do it, make sure you, like, the whole week prior, get extra sleep if you can. And then make sure you have, like, food available that you could just, like, grab and eat without having to really prepare, you know? That sort of thing. But yeah, we're not gonna raid today. We're just gonna close off here. I'll let you all decide who you go and hang out with next, if you do go hang out with another streamer next. Although I don't know why you would. Yeah, I don't know why you'd go hang out with any other streamers when you have me. Just kidding. Alright, guys. Yeah, rest well, but thank you. Yeah, you rest well too. If you're gonna... Because I remember you said you were feeling a bit tired, so if you gotta get yourself some rest, by all means, go and do so. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. There's gonna be a stream tomorrow around the same time this one started. Me and Taiga are gonna be trying out some game called Solar Punk, I think. That she has a couple of keys for. Like, it's like it's in its alpha build or whatever. I don't know, beta, alpha, something like that. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time. And me and Taiga will be trying out a new game, so hope to see you there for it. Bye-bye, take care, and always take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.